Hi, welcome to this quick snapshot of two big US corporate earnings that are happening this week, two big tech earnings in fact. There's a lot of them happening this week, we can't cover them all, but on Wednesday we have both Facebook and Microsoft reporting results. So we're going to have a look at the charts now, have a look at some of the expectations for the earnings and see where the price could be headed from here. So we'll start with a weekly candlestick chart for Facebook. As you can see, it's still very much a solid uptrend. We're close to the record highs here, just a shade under $190 at the time of recording. Now you can see that there's a rising trend line connecting the lows in the price chart at the moment, and this yellow projected area would take us up to above $200 in Facebook for the first time. The way I've got to that price level is that this is the highest distance we've seen price travel above this rising trend line. So that's a distance we can use to project future prices. Now, a reason to think that potentially we can move higher from here, from beyond the trend line, is that we actually have a positive reversal taking place here in the RSI, where RSI has made three lower lows, but you can see that the price has made higher highs. So price proving strength despite some weakening momentum is a potentially positive sign for the stock price. Now, this rising trend line alongside the 20-week moving average had been quite dynamic support. So should they give way, then we could be looking at a pullback down to the $150 level, which is where we saw this consolidation back in mid-2017 rather. Now, just having a quick look at the expectations here. So we can see if I pull over the Facebook earnings expectations here for the current quarter, December 2017, we've got 35 analysts. The average estimate is 195, and you can see that from a year ago it's 141. So we're looking at a rising earnings scenario, and obviously if we pull down to revenue here, we can see that the average estimate is 12.55 billion. That's up from the year ago as well, which was 8.81 billion. So rising sales, rising revenue. So it's really just a matter of whether they hit or miss those expectations as to the immediate result in these sets of results. But overall, if it's anything close to those numbers, the uptrend is still fundamentally justified in terms of earnings. Switching gears to Microsoft. Now, the shares have been doing even better really than Facebook recently. You can see that there's been the 20-week moving average has been supporting the lows, and actually price more recently has accelerated away from what was a more consistent support of the 20-week. That would suggest that probably we are getting a little exuberant at this point and a pullback to some judge of a mean. So that would be the 20-week moving average, or perhaps the 50 level on the RSI would be a value area should there be some sort of pullback. Levels to watch, should there be some pullback, would be the 86 level, which is that peak from back in October. To me, if we got back to that stage, we'd probably pull back further towards the 81 level. Should 81 give way, that might mean a pullback to these previous peaks back here in the consolidation phase that we had there, around 72 to 73. The first indication that we're going to get a pullback to that kind of area would be if we got a break through this rising trend line, which has nicely connected these lows on the RSI. Now, if I pull through Microsoft's earnings expectations, you can see that actually for the current quarter, the average estimate is 0.86. So from a year ago, that was 0.8. So again, we're seeing higher earnings expected. In terms of revenues, we're looking at 28.39 billion. From a year ago, that's 26.07. So again, looking at sales growth there of around 9%. So it's all looking positive. So a similar scenario, it's more about for the short term whether it can exceed these quite lofty expectations or not. But nonetheless, the uptrend in prices for Microsoft justified by those rising earnings for the current quarter. Right, so that's it for our snapshot today. We were just looking at those Facebook and Microsoft earnings. Both companies' shares have been doing extraordinarily well. Earnings are the expected earnings for this quarter demonstrate why they've been doing so well. But we'll look for the reaction here. Microsoft shares look a little bit overdone. There's still certainly room to the upside, but it looks like a pullback towards some sort of mean could be on the cards. Whereas Facebook, on the other hand, actually, if you judge on that RSI positive reversal, may have another leg higher left in it. But let's see how the results turn out, and that will give us a good clue for how these shares are going to perform in the long run trend. Thanks for watching, and of course, if you like these videos, please feel free to follow LCG on social media, especially YouTube.